What's up, everybody? We're back with hardwoods hunting. It's just me and Jacob right now. We are at Transcontinental, and he's in the big tractor with this hopper in the back, and he's spreading out lime. And it's planting season right before the summer starts. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be planting for the deer. And there's a lot to it, all in one weekend. So what lime does is it raises the pH of the soil, which some plants need higher pH, some plants like lower pH. What we're planting here, and the soil level calls for 2 pH points higher than what it is for what we're planning to grow. So he's in the big tractor spreading it. We have a whole pile of lime. We have multiple plots that we need to plant lime, fertilize, all this other stuff. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Charlie and Vincent will be here later today, maybe. We have a lot to do. A lot to do, little time. Well, Jacob is putting lime down. My job is to make sure that everywhere it's getting the correct amount of lime. Looks like snow. And to make sure everywhere is getting lime, like a little over here, lime. And how that machine works is there's a big hopper on top that you load with lime. Hopper goes down to a conveyor belt, and in the back is a gate where you can set, and that gate allows more lime or less lime. In this case, we need a lot of lime at Transcontinental, so it's at open 8 inches. And everything is, it's not driven with the PTO. The PTO is the little attachment axle. It's actually driven by a wheel lower down, connecting to the wheel of the trailer. So it's all axle driven, or wheel driven, essentially. So when you go, the conveyor belt and the dispenser sprays the lime everywhere. It's looking pretty good so far. It's a relatively small plot, so you just do one pass. But the bigger plots, like long plot, pond, quad, if they need lime, it'll be a longer process. This dude's backing the lime up into the bushes. Alright, I'm at T Field, waiting on Jacob to finish up Transcontinental. He's going to come over here to T Field. This is what the lime looks like. Most of it's powder. Couple big chunks in there like that. Got T Field over here. Supposed to have some rain this weekend, so it should be a muddy weekend. We shall see.
All right, guys. So we're about to follow the master turkey hunter, Vincent, over there, and Senor Will to go roost some turkeys. So wish us luck. Where we at, Will?
We're at Turkey Knoll. We're at Turkey Knoll. We just made it.
So that doesn't mean they're not here though.
They're just picky.
This place is called Turkey Knoll for a reason. They named it because they saw a ton of turkeys up here, and they like this clear cut stuff.
Yeah.
They like to get out in this and strut. And there's some big trees along this creek going that way.
Yeah.
Where I would love it if a bird gobbled on one of them. Because what I would want to do is, if one was set up in any of these trees over here, is get out in this clear cut.
Have them strut out to you.
With a decoy set up, obviously with some cover and everything. There's some good logs and stuff you can get up against.
Well, I mean, this place was cut so long ago, it's got a bunch of cover out there now.
Yeah. Get set up in there with the decoy, catch them in there. Or if you knew, like, if there was a bird right over there, and I mean, you don't know for sure what he's going to do, but if for some reason the bird was like, you knew he was going to pitch down into here, what you can do is, instead of like, sometimes, most of the time when people set up, and I do it too, like, depending on where they're at, you kind of have the decoy like out in front of you.
Yeah.
But if you can, sometimes, depending on the situation, you want the decoy like behind you.
Catch them between the walk to them.
Because they're so focused on that decoy where if you can be off to the side on them, like when they're coming through, like let's say the decoy's over here and I'm here, and that bird's coming there, he's focused on that decoy and I'm off to the side and I can just get on it.
So she is. I don't think.
Okay. So that bird, he hasn't been on camera in a few weeks, but there's been other birds on camera. There's been some jakes and stuff. So he's still got to be in this area as long as like the neighbors haven't killed him or something. Yeah. So, but he would be like right over there is where the camera was, which means he's got to be roosting somewhere around here.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm gonna wait for her to go away.
Yeah.
And then I'll blow the owl call.
The old cluck.
See if the cluck does anything for him. And it probably won't, because these birds refuse to gobble in the evening. Oops.
All right, Vincent. Want to tell us where we're at?
We're almost on the edge of the cutover of Yellowstone. The stand is back over that way. We were here 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And I was hunting on that piece of property, the 66th over there that I was talking about earlier. And my dad was actually set up right over here on the edge of the cutover on, actually I think on that magnolia tree over there. And he had a hen come by him. And after the hunt, he went up and looked, and there's a ton of turkey sign along the edge of this cutover.
They're strutting along there.
Yeah, there's a ton of tracks. There's where you can see where they've been scratching and everything. Just a lot of sign up in there, so they're clearly coming around this route right here. I'll click at them, but I doubt.
Fourth time's a charm.
Yeah.
Rain's coming. I can smell it.
So that's why. So, from what I understand, from doing my research and stuff, when it rains like this, especially on a night where it's gonna rain tonight and then it's not gonna rain in the morning, it should be overcast in the morning, which means they'll stay on the limb longer, but they're still gonna get down.
Okay.
So, but on a night where it rains and then it's not raining in the morning, from what I understand, what I've heard, is they like to get out in open like fields. Most of the time, like they want to be in like real fields. We don't really have any fields here, so like these cutovers and stuff are probably gonna be our best bet.
Yeah.
They want to be in open areas where that sun is hitting it first. So like this, I mean, that sun's gonna hit this quick.
Yeah.
And like back over there by shortstop, there's some open food plots where that sun's gonna hit.
Yeah.
And for what I know, supposedly in the morning like that, they like to go get out in those open areas where that sun's gonna hit and essentially dry off. Like they'll like spread their wings out and literally just like stand there like this and like dry off or whatever. Out in that
Well,
open
can you
field.
demonstrate that for us?
What? How'd it go?
Like this?
There we
Like
go.
a pterodactyl?
Yeah, just like a
kinda
pterodactyl.
like this. Sit there and open up and dry out. Dude, we set up in the plot. I go army crawl out there with my hen decoy, and I zoop, put the hen decoy down, and I crawl back. We get set up. Sun comes up.
They're all wet from the rain.
They're all wet from the rain. I give them a little.
First steaks are done. Get a shot of them steaks right there, Will. First few steaks are done.
We got the grill master. We got the turkey master and the grill
It's
master.
running hot. It's running hot. I gotta be careful. I mean, this is probably more high risk than tomorrow's operation.
So they're in the tree. We know what tree they're in. We get set up on the field. The decoy's out. I give him a little. He goes, "Ooh!" and then sun comes up and everything, and he pitches down and he goes right into the plot, and he comes strutting up. He comes strutting up, shaking his tail feathers, walks right up to that decoy, and then I'm set up maybe 30, 40 yards away with my good old 12 gauge, and I boom blow his head off. Ideally,
that's ideal. So what's the worst case that can happen?
we don't hear a thing, we don't see anything, we don't hear anything, and we waste our time.
We sit in the woods all morning.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah.
So this morning, Vincent and I woke up to go turkey hunting, and it was storming outside, and we had no power. So we waited until it stopped raining, and in the meantime, Vincent fell asleep. What time did he go? 7?
7.
So I didn't go with him. I was out doing my own thing. And he hasn't returned back, so could be a good thing or a bad thing.
All right, guys. Day 2. It rained really bad last night. Power went out, so he took a walk down the pond. But today we are filling up the orange plants over there with seeds, with all the seed you see right here behind you. That's feed. Back there is the seed. And then, all right, guys. So Jacob got stuck with the tractor and the lime in a creek. So we're gonna go get him out. Will's taking a skid. I'm in the little tractor. So we'll catch up with y'all there.
Here's the dilemma. Jacob is on the big tractor, and it rained, and he's in this downslope. Come back around from the front. He's on that downslope, and there's a creek, and it's too slippery for him to get up, and there's about 16 tons in that hopper of lime. That's what I said.
Dude, if it worked, yeah.
Or do we want to, Charlie, you go to the front and I stay back here in case, or no?
Honestly, I think it'll be better.
It's easier from the front.
You want to come around with me, Will? Or?
What do you think, Jake?
I really don't know.
I think coming out the back is going to be a pain in the fucking ass.
I think it is too.
I think we should go.
Because I can almost get up. I just start sliding. If I had somebody pulling me, because all up there it's dry, so you're gonna grip.
No, yeah, I agree.
Let's go around to the other side.
So I will pull up as much as I can.
Yeah.
Do what you want with that.
This is Operation Save Tractor. So I'm stuck. I can't back up because there's about 4 tons of lime in the hopper. But we have a plan. If I don't fall, we're gonna go up this way, and they're gonna bring the tractor and the skid that way. I'm about to pull up as much as I can right now. No. Whew, that was close. I hate these boots, bro. All right. Okay.
All right, folks. Charlie again. So, we're back to the stuck tractor. We've moved it up to where the farthest he can go. We've got it hooked up to the skid steer, and then we're gonna hook it up to the small tractor. That was having trouble even getting here, so that's a prayer anyway. So we're gonna follow Will before he slips and falls into the mud. Let's hope that happens. He gave up. See, I'm not gonna fall in the mud. And even if I do, it won't be on camera. Good God. Senor Jacob, we're here for an interview. How you doing?
I'm doing swell. I was doing what I was told. No, following orders, and this happened. So
Yeah. So what made you choose this path?
that's what you told me.
Okay.
The path ain't better.
Yeah, the other path is not better. I got stuck on that one, so. My hopes and prayers. We gotta get out of here while we can. All right, Jacob, I'll let you go back to your little fun. All right, folks. We'll come back when things change.
We're back from pulling Jacob out of the creek. Took a good hour and a half of skid steer and little tractor to pull the big tractor and the hopper full of lime out of the slippery slopes. And after that, we decided not to go out there anymore because we were going to get stuck because it rained really bad last night. So we haven't done much for the rest of today. Really needed to plant. That's not gonna happen. We limed what we had to. We need to lime a few more spots, but it ain't gonna happen. Alright, forget what I just said. Charlie and Jacob are loading on the no-till on the back of the big tractor. Basically plants the seeds. So that's what we're doing. It's 5:30 p.m. and we're leaving tomorrow. So I guess we gotta get rolling.
All right, folks. So Jacob is operating the no-till drill. It's a few hours later since you last saw me. I don't know if you saw Will earlier, but we're planting quad. So the way this machine works, if you've ever played Farming Simulator, it's one of those planters you don't have to till before you plant.
All in one.
All in one operation. So let's see. So you see that front wheel down in there. Kind of hard to see on camera, but there it is. That's the cutting wheel. That cuts it open, makes a groove. Then this wheel separates the groove.
Spreads it.
Spreads the groove. Spreads it wide open. And then that drops the seeds in down to the bottom there. And then that closes it. So an all-in-one operation. Pretty nifty. What you say about that, Will?
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. What about that, Jacob?
One of our seed hoppers clogged up with mud. How long have we been doing this? A while, too long.
Too long. Yeah, that's the answer. Too long.
Another day halted by the rain. It was very wet. It rained last night hard. So instead of tearing up the food plots, we're just gonna call it a day. Charlie's washing the bikes and we're going to go. Boring day. So yeah, we did a lot less than we wanted to this weekend due to weather. Sometimes that's how it is. So yeah. We gotta come back and plant some more. So I'm sure we'll be back soon.